What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Jordean here, and in today's video we're jumping right back into that financial mindset and figuring out ways in which to pay down your credit card debt. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 ways to make sure your credit cards are paid off and stay paid off. Excuse my voice, I've been really sick lately and I've been losing my voice, but I wanted to put this video out for you guys. So before we get started, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you also like and share this video, and don't forget to leave me some comments down below about how you also can cut off your credit card debt. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with tip number 1. Simplest tip ever: leave those dang cards at home. I'm trying to tell you guys right now, that's one of the main ways in which I will spend or use my credit cards, because I would carry them with me at all times. Whether you had 1, 2, or 5 credit cards, leave them at home. Unless you plan on actually using it that day, don't take it with you. Find a spot in your house where there's a basket, a drawer, an old purse somewhere. Leave them in the house. Do not take them out the house with you unless you actually plan on using it, because that will basically make you feel like you have extra money to spend. So if you're out shopping somewhere, if you're out and you see something and you know you have your credit card on you, you're gonna be more likely to spend it if you take it with you. So tip number 1, leave your credit cards at home. Don't take them out the house. Okay guys, tip number 2, find room in your budget to pay off your credit cards. Let's say, for example, my car, I'll be finished paying off my car next month. So I'll have some money saved over from that where I don't have to pay anymore. I said next month, next year. I have another year left on my car. But next year I'll have money left over, which I can kind of roll that into paying off my credit cards faster. Granted, I want to get my credit cards paid off before the year's over, so that doesn't count. But that's just an example for you. So if you're paying on something else right now and you pay something else off, take whatever payment you were using from that to add it towards your leftover debt. So if you have 5 credit cards and you have 1 paid off and you were paying $100 a month on that old credit card, take that $100 and put it towards a second credit card, so that way that one can get paid off, and then that $100 from that credit card plus, you know, the $100 from the other one, you can add into that. So that's what you need to do, guys. Whatever you paid off, use that extra income. Don't just save it. Put it towards something else as well. Save some of it though. Tip number 3 kind of goes along with tip number 2 when it comes to snowballing your debt. So you want to, in my opinion, I believe in paying the lowest debt off first and then working your way up. So snowballing your debt definitely helps. So like I said, if you pay off that 1 card today, use whatever payment you're going to that card to pay off to add to your second smallest amount, and continue to build on it from that way. So you're starting off at the bottom and you're working your way to the top. So by the time all the small ones are paid off, you've knocked down a lot of debt from those bigger ones as well. Tip number 4, it might sound like you're getting more debt, but it can help you out in the long run if you get like do debt consolidation, or you can also do like a balance transfer card. So a balance transfer card basically is like you get a credit card where you take your balance from all your other credit cards and it will be going to this one particular credit card. So it will show that all your credit cards are paid off and you just have this one credit card that you're making 1 payment a month rather than multiple payments. Also, a debt consolidation loan would also work well, because personal loans don't hurt your credit as much as credit cards do, because your credit cards, of course, they're all about your credit. So it's showing your debt to credit ratio and how you're using the amount of credit. So if you were to get a personal loan, it wouldn't affect you as much as if you were to use a lot of credit cards. So getting that personal loan, basically, well, you use that personal loan to pay off all your credit cards, and it would show that your credit limit is, you know, it'll skyrocket because all your credit is still in use. And this personal loan will, you know, just make sure you find one that has a good interest rate and that you know that won't kill your pockets in the long run. And the final tip for paying down your credit card debt is, once you have your credit card paid off, if you plan on using it again in the future, make sure you set your mind to pay it off in full. So let's say, you know, by the end of the year, you're debt free, you did all these tips that you had, that I gave you guys, and all your debt's paid off. Like, you have nothing. You got rid of 3 or 4 credit cards, you just put them away, and then you have these 2 credit cards left. If you have a credit card and your balance is $5,000, or your limit is $5,000, and you buy something at the store for $200, you don't want to get back into that debt where you're only paying the bare minimum $25 a month. If you spend $200, make it a goal to pay off $200 when that payment is due. So instead of paying the minimum price, pay full price completely. And that definitely will help you guys to stay in the right mindset and make sure that your debt is completely paid off and you're not, you know, wasting any money, or you're not bringing yourself basically back down to where you started. So once again, those 5 tips are: 1, leave those dang cards at home. Don't take them out the house. You don't need to have 5, 6 credit cards with you at all times. Leave them at home. Don't take money out the house that you don't plan on spending. Tip number 2 was to make sure you find room in your budget. So if you have things going on in your life that you don't need to be doing, like I use the cash envelope methods, and I want to, you know, budget $80 a month for eating out. I don't need to eat out this month. Put the $80 towards one of your credit card bills. Find room in your budget that you can put more money onto your debt than what you already are doing. Tip number 3, snowball your debt. Start at the bottom, work your way up. Those little like what is the word I'm looking for? Those little successes, big one brings big successes. So you knock off the little things, and by the time you realize it, you're out of debt. Tip number 4, debt consolidation. Get everything all together in one. When you have that one big ball, it might seem like it's a lot, it might seem overwhelming, but trust me, it helps out your credit a lot more when you just have that one single payment rather than multiple payments in multiple places, because this one might have a 5% interest rate, this one might have 2%, this one might have a 24% interest rate. So you never know. You got to start at the bottom, work your way to the top. And finally, last but not least, making sure that once you pay it off, you keep it off. Don't get in bad habits of going back to what you used to do, okay? So thank you guys for watching. Once again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And well, like I said, leave me some comments down below. What it is that you guys like to do? How do you pay off your credit cards? What are some tips that you have? Share them with me down below, and I can see if I can, you know, help me out. Add it to my list of things to do so I can make sure that I am paying off my cards as early and as best as possible. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, see ya.